31 players started off the season with aspirations of getting here to Llandudno. Now just 16 have made it. The Ladbrokes Players' Championship getting underway this evening. I've been joined by Neil Foulds to look ahead to the action. Neil, first up tonight, we've got a real cracker between Ding and Mark Allen. Big implications for Mark in terms of his qualification for the Crucible, though.
Yeah, and I was trying to think of matches between the two players and thought there aren't many, but there are quite a few actually, albeit not maybe in a tournament as important as this. They've played some best of 11s. It's an intriguing match for a lot of reasons, because we think about how well Mark Allen's playing, and of course he won the Masters. He's having the, if you like, the season of his career. But also he's got this problem that he loses the points in this event 2 years ago, doesn't he, when he won it? So there is pressure on him now. For him to qualify for the Crucible, I suspect he would qualify if he needed to, but he doesn't want to be in that position, and that's what makes just a little bit extra pressure as in the build-up. Obviously, he'll be hoping to do well in everything that from now until Sheffield starts.
The other match on, of course, is Sean Murphy against Kyron Wilson. Sean having some problems with his back. He was talking about possibly pulling out at the start of the week, but he's made it here, and hopefully he can kind of put that behind him. Yeah,
I'm pleased to see him here. I mean, one thing you know about Sean is that if he's missing tournaments, then it's got to be serious, because he didn't play in Gibraltar, and of course he couldn't play in Romania. So he's obviously got what many snooker players have, and that's back issues, and rest is all that he can do. But I thought he'd be here, because you've got to try and play, and this is a very big tournament. It feels like a really big event, I think, outside of the three majors in the UK. I think this is the next biggest. It feels that way with longer matches, big prizes, and the leading players. So I'm good to see him here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan stormed to the top of the one-year list. First time ever he's won 4 ranking events in a single season. I suppose he'll be the man to beat, but he faces Graham Dott, who's just squeaked in 16th spot. That'll be a good match, that.
It will. Obviously, Ronnie's the man to beat at the moment. There's no getting away from it. The way, he played in Preston. Obviously, he came up against John Higgins in Cardiff and lost, but he's playing almost the same players. The way these two tournaments work out, the 32 in the world on the 1 year and the 16 in the world, he's almost playing the same players again. And while Graham Dott can give him a game and he's beaten him before, Ronnie will be the man to beat. He's got that aura about him at the moment. So, yes, I think I'm looking forward to seeing him play again up here, because he's had success in Llandudno before.
Another man who's had success in Llandudno is Judd Trump, defending champion here. He's had a difficult season, well, not difficult, difficult last couple of tournaments. Judd be hoping to bounce back to form and try and defend his title this week. Yeah,
and I think you just feel with Judd, it's a matter of time. He's sure to get his game back, and like you say, he's had a bad time, but he won the European Masters pre-Christmas, and quite a few people, including Mark Williams, said to me the other day that the fact that he isn't playing in China because he never qualified just could be in for a good run now. This and the World Championships, he can put everything into that, and as long as he's practicing hard, then who knows where it could lead him.
And just finally, Judd, a man hoping to return to form. One man that's bang in form is Ryan Day. He faces world number 1 Mark Selby, but I tell you what, Selby will have a tough task on his hands if Day keeps playing the way he is at the moment.
Well, he's played brilliantly in the last 2 tournaments, and he played brilliantly, in both in Gibraltar and in Romania. So he's got a new cue, and he seems to be playing well, and that's an intriguing game, because you would have probably said a year ago that Mark Selby was not a certainty, by no means, but a very warm favourite. But he's got a little bit more to do now. One question I will ask you: does John Higgins and Ants McGill have to play them in each other in every tournament? Because they're playing each other again. They played each other last week. I think they've played each other 4 times this season. They're up against each other again.
Yeah, it does seem to be a bit of a Glaswegian rivalry emerging there, but that'll be another good game.
Well, it will.
But anyway, we've got some really brilliant action coming up this week, all live on ITV4. Tune in this evening.